We've been on the ranch for the last few days and things are a little different this year. Not so much nighttime activity, but John's been keeping an eye on the wise eyes and they've been telling him that there are some monsters roaming around. A lot of daytime activity and just at dark. So we're going to try a few things differently this trip and see if we can't make it happen.
Put the man hands on it. I can't either. I wouldn't even want to try.
Well, John's been liking this stuff.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. I'm telling John, man, they come back. I mean, like they eat it, they come back to it. Like we got hogs over right now at that one place, and they'll eat. They're eating during the day, but they'll eat, and they'll come back to it. Like it's crazy. That's what turned me on to it that first time. We busted them hogs off that stuff.
We shot at them twice.
Man, when you bust a hog around here, they don't come back.
Yeah.
But then they came back that night and we shot them. I was like, wait a minute, something's different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's where they're on the house.
That's right there, boy.
Once you push them off, I got it. Kick that top off. Pull that off. That's where I normally do it. Just pull all that off. Yeah. Move the thing full. You got to put some more magic in it. What I do is I just put a little bit right there. Put that wrench now. I'm gonna get it down in there and mix it up a little bit. That's it.
Good to go. Yeah, that stuff smells good.
It does. It'll make you drink out of it later. You know?
There you go. That's right.
Put some in the front feeder too.
We're gonna juice it up, son. I'm telling you, silver lining, gold digger wild game attractant.
I don't put a whole
put it
lot in
together.
here because, you know, the pigs, you know, birds and everything else will eat it, but it's still pretty good to put out. And I do the same thing. I just sprinkle it on there and then I mix it around. It doesn't take much of this stuff too either. That's what I noticed. At first I was putting like a damn near half a bag in a pig pipe. I was like, hold on now.
Don't need to put out that much.
But
Yeah, because you were like, hey man, I need to get a 5-gallon bucket of that stuff.
Yeah, remember I called you, I was like, this little bag stuff's not gonna work for me.
He said, man, you know how many baits we got? He said, what am I supposed to do with this little old bag? I said, you ain't supposed to put out that much.
But I tell you what, you run this thing out and then you smell in there, you can still smell it. Once you run the whole feeder out.
Oh,
it lingers around.
Stays good.
Now that all the baits are done, we've been riding around, myself, Glenn, and John, just talking about all the different baits and the different stories of, hey, you remember that shoot on this one? Or you remember that one time we screwed up the countdown on this shoot? And remember that group of hogs that came in on this one side of the feeder? Just riding around the ranch. You know, just every time you're riding around, you're just thinking about all the fun that you had on the ranch. And now, as I put this together and watch over it, not knowing that this was the last hunt that Glenn would have at the Medeo. We got a solo pig down here. Got Glenn. We're gonna let Glenn smoke this joker.
Ready?
Wait till you turn broadside. Get him again. Up. Good job.
That is how you do it.
Got him. That's how you do it, Glenn.
Yeah. Smoked his ass.
Let's go get him. Nice pig, Glenn. Nice pig.
God damn, look at he got some cutters. Ah, damn it now.
Look at him. Nice.
I fucked his ass right in the fucking head.
You want to try that PG-13? I said, you want to try that PG-13?
Yeah.
Good job, Glenn. Nice pig, son.
He looked like he was looking straight up there.
Yeah, he was looking straight at us for a
Yeah,
second.
he was facing that way.
Yeah. Look at them cutters.
I'm glad to be able to have documented one of Glenn's last hog hunts at the Medeo. Now on this trip we did just wear them out, but this was truly one that's close to my heart. I was able to just run the camera and just take it in as Glenn just enjoyed every last minute of it. Neither one of us knowing that this would be his last trip to Texas, and we just had an absolute ball. Now there's a ton of more footage in upcoming hunts, calling hogs, calling coyotes, and we just, had a blast on this trip. But this hunt was special. It was just him running the rifle, me running the camera, and just two buddies just living it up.